tell you what we know as we know it, but we just got a report in that there's been some sort of explosion.
The first thing any television camera saw this morning was this. Just before 9 o'clock, roughly 15 minutes earlier, an American Airlines jet hijacked from Boston had crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. There were 92 people on board.
It does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
That looks like a second plane. Has just hit.
I didn't see a plane go in.
Minutes later, the second plane, the second tower. The fireball ate up the aircraft. It was a United Airlines flight, a 767 from Boston to Los Angeles. There had been 65 people on board. New York City was staggering, and still it wasn't over. This was the southern tower, falling in on itself. It was now roughly an hour since the first attack. Meanwhile, it was beginning here in Washington. Another hijacked plane. It's the Pentagon.
U.S. officials are saying there was no warning, no indicators of any kind of a likely terrorist attack. Number two, they say Pentagon officials within the intelligence and the counterterrorism offices are now looking at this very intensely.
ABC reporters across the city are beginning to hear the word terrorism.
It seems obvious unofficially
We love
people hear that it was a terrorist attack, but they obviously can't reach any firm conclusions at this point, so Pentagon is engaged, and I'm sure law enforcement is, but they say they had no warning.
Report piles on report.
Okay, there's been an explosion of some kind. The troops went up to the capital. We all heard it. Everybody ran for cover. We don't know where it was. We don't see the smoke yet. Everybody's get back. We're already burning. There's 300 get back.
On television, it looked like it was happening all over. 10:28 a.m., New York City, and in the shadow of the one remaining tower, a snatch of conversation between a reporter and a rescuer.
Why are they pulling us out of here?
Because of leaders.
The North Tower. Oh my God, there it goes!
Washington, the White House is evacuated.
The Office of Personnel Management says all federal office buildings in the Washington area have been evacuated and closed. The employees sent home immediately.
The president was not in the city. He was in Florida visiting a school.
Today we've had an actual tragedy. Two of the planes have crashed into the World Trade Center. They are apparent to a terrorist attack.
Officials at this point are not confirming the president's death. We don't know what the location. All this just means the National Security Council meeting. We don't know where that will take place. Obviously, they want to keep a lot of people in the president's whereabouts.
Now it was lunchtime, and yet more terrible news is coming in. Another United airliner with 45 people on board has crashed south of Pittsburgh, presumably another victim of terrorism.
We talked to a couple of people who actually witnessed the plane going down and said it was quite devastating. Went right down into the woods. They saw all sorts of debris flying out into the woods and into the trees, and it's quite a devastating scene from what we're told.
At this point, it is hard to believe we're still in the same day that
Weekend is Tuesday, September 11th, 2001.